Yo, people, what's going on? Back again. Another episode of Footy Talk. The man them are here. What you saying, man?
Yeah, man.
What you saying, Matisse? You're on mute, blood, I think.
You're on mute, and yeah.
I'm all good, yeah. Literally just collecting W's and keeping it moving at the moment. That's how we're moving. So moving in silence.
It's mad. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. It's a bit of a mad thing still. Fuck's sake, bro. I think you, man, are just breaking records right now, blood.
Yeah, I mean, the defense is definitely breaking records. I think they are now the best defense in the first 11 games in the Roman era. So that's ahead of the Jose Mourinho 04-05 team. With only just 2 goals conceded in 11 games. And one of those goals was an own goal. So walked into the net by Rudiger. So yeah, the defense has just been ridiculous. And it's not even just the lack of goals, it's the lack of shots we're conceding on target as well. Everton only had 1 shot on target in that game, in the 2-0 win. Man United again, first half, I don't think they had maybe a shot or 1 shot on target. So yeah, we're definitely not conceding shots at all on goal, which is brilliant. So yeah, the defense is just mad. I have to give massive praise to like Christensen, Rudiger, players like that who not world class, but they're doing an amazing job.
Yeah, it's mad. It's like I read somewhere that it's the best start in like since the Premier League started or something, like 5 clean sheets in their first 5 home games or something. It's never been done, bro.
It's remarkable, and it just goes to show what an experienced manager can do, because he's come in, set up a system that works for everybody. You know, we talk about the limitations and the faults of so many players in our team, and he's come and managed to shield them from that and you know, bring out their best qualities. And that's what the best managers do. They hide their players' weaknesses and enhance their strengths, and they don't expose them on the football pitch. And that's what he's been able to do. He's been able to create a system where we're no longer saying to ourselves, our midfield is awful. A lot of Chelsea fans felt that their midfield was terrible under Lampard because it didn't have any balance and whatnot. And the midfield still lacks a few things, but it's not as bad as everybody made it out to be. If you put them in a system that suits them, that they can operate in, then we've seen players like Jorginho and Kovacic are not terrible players, which a lot of the Chelsea fans would make you want to believe earlier on in the season. So yeah, man, it's been brilliant to watch, and I'm looking forward to the Leeds game, because I know they play wide open. Their legs are wide open. They just let anybody come in. Do you know what I'm saying? They're just mad. And then Atletico Madrid next week, so big games. Yeah,
absolutely. Big up my man. My man said, how would I break down this Chelsea defense? Bruv, to be fair, yeah, like what I've experienced from, I've coached against a 3 at the back once, innit? And it completely threw me off, bruv. I'm not even gonna lie. It's only after the game I realized what I should have done. But during the game, if you're playing against a 3 at the back, you can't play 1 up front. You can't. You know them ones. Like I would have gone with a 4-4-2 had I known I was playing against a 3 at the back. But obviously at fucking the level I'm coaching at amateur level, bro. You don't come up against 3 at the back teams. You know them ones. I mean, played against some Albanian team or something that were drilled like 3 at the back. And it's mad, bro, because they just kept pinging switch balls to the fullbacks. And I'm like, this is fucking nuts, bro. Like, I've never come up across it. And I was playing 1 up front at the time. The wing backs, if you've got good wing backs, like Nagelsmann does it, like Angelino gets loads of space. If you're playing a 4-3-3, your 2 wide players, because they're naturally attackers, they don't want to go back that way. So you get overloaded out wide. So if I was playing a 3 at the back, I'd play a 4-4-2 with orthodox wide players that can go backwards and go forward to track that man. And I'd leave 2 strikers up front to occupy them 3 centre-backs. Because playing 1 striker against 3 centre-backs is a waste of time. He's not going to get no joy, bruv. I'd play a 4-4-2 counter-attacking style, and I'd probably play quite direct, bruv, and have my 2 players playing close to each other to occupy the 3 centre-backs. Or else they're just passing the ball out, bruv.
Yeah, if you don't track back, what tends to happen is the wing-backs push forward. Chelsea wing-backs do push forward quite high, especially in games against like Tottenham. We've pushed our full-backs right to the top of the pitch. Then on top of that, you've got your main strikers per usual, but those 2 10s, they can pull out wide as well. And what you find yourself in 2v1 situations at fullback if you're defending, because you've got the wing back and you've got the fake 10 that pulls out wide as well. So Timo Werner, for instance, is someone that likes to drift out wide at times. And you've also got a Marcus Alonso or someone, whoever it is, bombing forward as well. you're actually outnumbered. So I think, yeah, the system always seems to, prolong the personnel. We've said it before. I think individualism in the game is overstated sometimes in terms of, yes, you can have great individuals, but if you put them in a system that works, you can get a very, average team playing great football. We've seen it with Atalanta. So seen it with Napoli under Sarri. You've seen it with Ajax and their run in the Champions League. Seen it so many times. The days of individuals carrying a team is less and less. We've just seen two of the greatest footballers of all time, Messi and Ronaldo, leave in the knockout stages of the Champions League this week. So it just goes to show, systems are important and managers are key to that. So, yeah.
100%, brother. A team that was leaking goals under Lampard, now literally airtight with no personnel changes.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. And it shows you like the value of a top coach, innit? Like what you said with Tuchel right now. He's showing you like the value of a top coach.
Yeah.
And that's just all it is, bro. I think I think the general standard of football has reduced so much, yeah, that like people have forgot the basics, bro. That's what I'm starting to see. Like even today, someone sent me a thing. Amazon Prime Sport put up something about Mo Salah saying scored XYZ. So let me get it up because I laughed, innit? I have to get it up because man know I don't like Mo Salah anyway.
Would they just started reeling off his stats, did they?
Bruv, listen, they're comparing man to Wayne Rooney, cuz.
Oh dear.
And bruv, like honestly, yeah, I'm not a Rooney fanboy, yeah, but there's levels to football, innit?
I ain't got no problem with Salah, but he's not Wayne Rooney. Jesus Christ.
Bruv, listen, yeah, my thing is, yeah, I'm not a Rooney fanboy, innit? People know, yeah, that I rate Rooney highly, yeah, but I don't love man like that, innit? But bruv, what I saw was vomit inducing, you know them one. But the stat was something about he scored X amount in X amount of games for the first time.
But Rooney could play in multiple systems. I wouldn't even Rooney wasn't a system player. Rooney could play in any system. Salah, on the other hand, is another player that's benefited. I'm not even going to take anything away from Salah.
Bro, the stat, it said, 25 goals in all competitions this season for Mo Salah for the third time in 4 seasons. Rooney only managed it twice in 13 years. Consistency times class equals Mo Salah, bro. There's nothing classy about this guy, bro. He's a fucking stat pad merchant and a numbers merchant, bro. That bro missed like 3 open goals yesterday. What's man talking about? That's football right now. You know the ones. Man, get the numbers and say, yo, look at my man's numbers. He's a class footballer. Instead of watching the game now, bro. No one don't watch football no more. I feel like I watch football on my own sometimes. You know them ones. I swear down. I feel like I'm the only one watching the game, and certain men are just waiting for the stats to appear on the screen so they can tweet them.
Probably. They do get a lot of likes. Those tweets get a lot of likes, to be fair.
Brother, if you watch this youth play, you can see that don't chat man's name with Wayne Rooney ever. I've heard man's name in the Henri conversation. Don't ever do that. God,
Jesus Christ.
You know them ones there?
No, because I'm not doing it. I'm not even involved.
Bro, like bruv, it makes me mad, fam. I've heard man, bruv, listen, don't do it. You know them ones there, bruv. It's so annoying. That man misses bread and butter chances, yeah. Bread and butter. Man's talking about consistency and class, bro. If you're getting 100 chances a season and you're scoring 25 goals, that don't impress me. That's 1 in 4, blood, and that's probably what man's doing. 1 in 4 for an elite striker, and you got someone out here like Luis Suarez now. I think my man scored a goal less than every other shot, blood. That's what an elite centre forward does. He
profits from the system that Klopp puts him in, and it's not even to take anything away from him, because where he's come from at Chelsea, where he was absolutely he was awful. Let's be real. I mean, Chelsea, we can say we don't give chances to players, but I remember him against Shrewsbury, kicked out for a throw-in when he was taking a shot. Like honestly, cut inside on his left foot, took the shot against League 2 Shrewsbury, and it went out for a throw-in. Like, boom. So. He's come a long way. The Florentina move, then Roma has improved, and then gone to Liverpool.
So he's improved, but any Liverpool fan, if you think that this youth, can be even mentioned in the same breath as Luis Suarez, I don't know what kind of butch they got up
both.
there.
They've watched both.
You've watched both, and you can see that there's not, bruv. Man can't.
Not even close.
Man can't even tie Suarez's shoelace.
Not close. We're talking about Luis Suarez, who's packing in 4 goals against Norwich every single season just for the piss take, like just for fun, scoring from halfway line and whatnot. The tech was
but man, want to talk about Wayne Rooney only did this and that, bruv. Wayne Rooney was affecting games when he wasn't scoring. How about that? You know them ones. Wayne Rooney, I think he's up there for the most assists in the Premier League ever. You know them ones. Wayne Rooney weren't a man that you just if he didn't score goals, Wayne Rooney could still influence a football match.
He even played out wide sometimes. People forget that. Wayne Rooney
he played Champions League, blood. Sometimes man was getting dashed out on the wing, bruv. Listen, Rooney was affecting games without scoring and even without assisting at times, bruv. Mo Salah don't affect football matches if he's not putting up numbers, bro. He's literally there to just stat pad. That's all he's there to do, bro. He's disposable, bro. Players like that are disposable because you can replace goals, bro. You can replace goals, bro. You can either replace them throughout the team or you can replace them man for man, bro. What players give you in the all-round game when they're not scoring, you can't replace that just like that. You can't, bro. I mean, Real Madrid found out the hard way when they got rid of Makelele, bro.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they weren't winning nothing. Yeah, but he wasn't the one putting up the numbers, bro. But as soon as they lost Claude Makelele, the whole thing capitulated.
Yeah, it's true.
The whole thing. So, man that don't know ball think, oh my God, man scored 25 goals. He's so important. Bruv, normally the most important player is a player that you don't see, blood. Most of the time. You know them ones there. And that's how it goes in football most of the time, bruv. That's how it goes most of the time. That's why when man are gassing him up, bruv, stop the Rooney talk, stop the Henry talk, allow it, bruv. It's fuckery. You know what I mean? It's fuckery.
I honestly wouldn't even put him with Eden Hazard at Chelsea when he was at his best, because you look at Eden Hazard, the way he used to carry that team, regardless of whether he scored or not, he would influence the game. Do you know what I mean? At his best. So it's just level. For me, there's levels to the thing. I mean, credit to him for what he's been able to do at Liverpool, but some people are putting him in conversations he shouldn't be in. Not that I've seen it though, which is great. I'm glad I haven't actually been witness to this. I mean, Salah and Henry comparisons. I don't know if DG ever seen that on Twitter. I don't know what would happen.
Well, he's got to the point. I've seen. Listen, I've lived in a world now where I've seen an Arsenal and Liverpool 11, and people have moved Thierry Henry out wide for Firmino in the 10. From I saw that up front. From I saw that, I stopped taking it in. From your move, you can't now. You know, and what logic does Firmino start as the striker and shift Henry out wide for that? Says it all. And I don't even hate Firmino. I'm just highlighting the logic with fans. Like. You know, that's where I stopped taking it in. That's where I don't respect the opinion is air. Like
you really saw Firmino in the
Arsenal are robbed, yeah. Arsenal are robbed. But you see when Liverpool were winning this Premier League, do you know how much stuff I was seeing with the Invincibles? I'm seeing Vieira on the bench as well, taking the piss. I'm not in it.
When Liverpool won the league, their fans seemed to just think their players were goddesses. They put Van Dijk on John Terry's pedestal, even though John Terry was in. You know, John Terry's there in conversations for, you know, World 11s year in, year out, at 5 years younger than Van Dijk when Van Dijk was kicking ball in Scotland. And you know, it's like there's just too much disrespect from Liverpool fans in terms of when they win something, they finally get that league title. Now suddenly they want to pit their players up against the best of all time in the Premier League, a Premier League that they have not been dominating, a Premier League that Chelsea, Manchester United, Arsenal, you know, in their own stints have dominated at times and have multiple teams to put up against your one team, let alone the players that you're picking, the best of the best. So it's just mad to me. Do you know what I mean?
It makes you start hating players. It makes you, because it's nothing to do with the players. That's why I stopped looking at it, because it makes me start despising players because of what people are saying about them. So I just stopped taking it in.
Rants knows.
That's why Bear Man say, oh, you got a Salah agenda. You got a Bruno agenda. I don't, bro. But honestly, every time I see these men, getting plaudits, it makes me mad, fam. You know them? Because I'm like, you man are washed, bruv. Like, how are you gassing these men, bruv? No, like, what are you doing? It just makes me mad, bro. You know what I'm saying? When I see, and these are the same men that are rubbing out good players. And you're trying to sell me your bullshit, fam. I'm not having it, cuz.
This is where we are. This is where we're at with football, man. As we've spoken about for many times, you can manipulate stats and performances to suit any agenda. And like you said, man, I'm not watching football. They don't understand the basic premises of football. They just see numbers, and then they let's say, like, I'm pretty sure there's periods people will think Salah's or whoever's had a bad game. They'll see the numbers. Oh, no, he's up there for passes and all these things. Nah, he had a good game. Use your eyes, man. This is where we're at. It's upsetting, but it is what it is. Like someone said, it's killing modern day football.
Yeah, facts, brother. And big up Jordan. I didn't even know that the Southampton game was the only one. You see what I'm saying? And that's only from a game that I coached once against one team. And I knew straight away after the game. We lost that game 4-2, and I changed it too late. We were like 3-0 down, and I changed it. And we got 2 goals back. And then we got hit on the break right at the end of the game when we were going for the equalizer, and they scored the 4th. And I knew about probably one half into the game that I needed to change it, but I should have probably changed it after 15 minutes, really, and we would have probably won the game. You know them, and that's what it was. They just kept switching it. The fullbacks, every time my guy was pressing it, they'll just ping it, switch it to the other side, and I just felt like, bruv, it felt like they had an extra man on the pitch. And that's what happens when you don't have the 2 strikers to occupy. Because if you do try going to your strikers, you can afford to have one defender come in tight, one to go deep in case there's a flick on it, it bounces off, and you still got a spare man to just come across and take it from him. So you need two central players to occupy the 3 players, or else it doesn't work. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean. If I was playing against Chelsea, it's a 4-4-2 thing all day, bruv. You know what I mean? So that's mad. I didn't even know that. And Southampton are exactly the kind of team I would emulate to play a pressing, counter-attacking game with 2 up front. It's the only way to beat a 3 at the back, unless you match them. And even if you match them, if they're more comfortable at it than you're going to get beat, bruv.
And just to add on to that as well, the only issue with that is that when you go to a 2-man midfield, Chelsea play with a double 6 and then 2 10s. So if they decide to then make that middle of the pitch very narrow, not to make the comparison with Barcelona, but when they played Fabregas at the false 10 and they had Iniesta and Xavi and then Busquets, so they effectively had 4 midfielders in the middle of the pitch to just keep control of the game. If you effectively have that situation against 2 midfielders, you're going to get outrun, outmaneuvered, and outthought from a passing perspective. There, you're going to get overrun and dominated. So if you go match up like that and it doesn't work at the top of the pitch, and they get through that initial press, or however you decide to set up, that midfield battle is then another thing that needs solving there as well, because you're coming up against 4 players effectively. If those 4 players are all technically sound, I think the only issue that Chelsea have going forward is that when you're playing those 2 10s, Timo Werner is not a midfielder, so he's meant to be scoring the goals. He's meant to be that person that adds to the attack and makes it 2 up front at times and runs them beyond. If you had a player that was maybe a little bit more, complete technically in terms of his first touch and whatnot, it'd be a lot easier to dominate that midfield. Right now, we've got a 3, so Mason Mount tucks in, it becomes a 3-man midfield, so it dominates anyway. But if you want to get to the next level of domination in the midfield, you'd make it a 4 against that 2 or even that 3, and it would be nuts.
4-5-1 settings, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'd do. Just match you in midfield, 4-5-1 settings. Let you play. And just match you in those areas, man. Go up, 2v2 out wide, block you in the midfield. I'd probably let you play with your back 3. In fact, I'll just sit back, because playing a back 3, and I've seen it with Arsenal do it, if you limit the space and there's no options, the centre halves are going to have to get onto the ball more. That's where the gaps for me are going to start to open. They're going to have to start playing. Eventually, there will be a high line. So for me, against a back 4, against a back 3/5, I'm going 4-5-1, man. I'd probably even try to do the pep thing of a false 9, but that's probably overcomplicating things.
Yeah, it depends on the personnel of your team, innit? Depends on your personnel. For me, the thing is, I like the idea of playing 2 up front, because I like partnerships, innit? I think it's unfair, bruv. Like when you look at playing a 1 striker, bro, they're the only players on the whole pitch that don't have a partnership, and it's not fair, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Because when I look at it, unless you've got a number 10 that likes to come close to the striker. Sometimes I'll do that. I'll say to my number 10, you're centre forward when we have the ball. When we don't have the ball, you have to drop into midfield, innit? But I need someone close to the striker. I don't like seeing strikers isolated, bro. It's annoying. Like, not everyone can do the Giroud thing and hold it up. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, like, for instance, when you look at players like Lukaku, the reason why he struggled at United is because he didn't have no one to link with and he can't hold the ball.
And the hold-up play is overrated by him,
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. So because of that, you need someone that he can bounce it off in one touch. Because if he has to bring the ball under control, that's already 4 touches. The ball's gone. You know them, man. And that's what it is. So you need someone to play with, innit? And when you play wide left, a lot of the time you can either link up with the 10 who will drift out, or you can link up with the overlapping fullback. So you've got someone to give the ball to. When you're playing centrally and you get the ball, it's like, all right, cool. The pitch is wide. There's no one near, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, I'd rather have a partner for my striker so they can link.
That's what's great about Lautaro Martinez is he's very nippy, gets around.
And he can get around.
Gets close to him. He can run in behind. He can come short. He can, you know, he stays close to him. He doesn't leave him isolated because naturally he wants to be up there as well. So that's why it's working for him now. You know what I mean? And
exactly. And that's why I think it's the best thing to do, because I would fancy 2 decent attackers, 2 versus 3 against defenders all day. All day. I'll take that. Them odds I'm taking. 2 good attackers against 3 defenders, bro. York Cole used to play 2 against 4. 1-2 step over, let it roll, boom, 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 score. Like, it don't matter, blood. If you've got 2 men with good movement and good ball manipulation, they can get through, man. Especially because it's dynamic, bro. It's easy. If one man comes, play it to my man, bounce it off, get it back, taking him out the game. Bounce it back. You're taking 2 men out the game with 2 passes. That's it. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's the potential partnership behind you, isn't it? Neymar and Mbappe right there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can do that if you've got 2 dynamic players that can think fast, innit? So I'd rather 2 strikers versus 3 defenders than 1 versus 3. 1 versus 3 is a fucking... It's not happening, bro. There's not a striker in the world right now, that's cooking 3 defenders and scoring by themselves. There's not, in it. There's not. So it's one of them ones where, like, it just depends, innit? It just depends on your personnel. But what Chelsea are doing, with an aged Thiago Silva and
he's not even playing at the moment. They don't even need him to play.
Playing Christensen and that, like, bruv, no world-class players, and it shows you that the system is key, bro. It's the same in Liverpool. When Liverpool were winning, it's because the Klopp system suited the players that they had. It didn't mean that all of a sudden everyone's world-class because you won the Champions League. Whereas a lot of these Liverpool men started to think that their team was fucking world-class, blood. And then 2-2s now, Stardust wears off, man looking real shit. Everyone looking real shit. You know that? Everyone. Not one player. Mane looking shit. Salah looking shit. They're all looking shit. Man can say, oh yeah, but Salah scored 25 goals. Man looks washed. I don't care. You can watch him play. He don't look like someone that these men are saying they could get 100 million for.
No.
And that's what it is.
The wrong point of his career to command that type of money anyway. This is the issue with... It's funny because we spoke about on this show a couple months ago about Liverpool potentially being in trouble long term because their squad is average age comes to a difficult point. They need to do a turnover. They don't really get massive investment like that. They always have to sell to buy. And people said, oh, you have an agenda. It's just because Liverpool are off form. Now, a lot of Liverpool fans are looking at FSG and thinking to themselves, hold on a second. We don't usually spend like Man United, Chelsea, Man City. We don't actually have any current assets that are massive to sell like we did with Coutinho, Sterling, Suarez. And we're also in a pandemic as well. So who's going to really pay that type of money for who are you selling anyway? Salah, Mane, these guys are what, 28, 29. Who's going to pay the 100, 120, 30 million? No one makes that type of investment on a player that old unless their name is like Cristiano Ronaldo or Leo Messi. Even they wouldn't command those type of fees. So you look at it and you think, and now they're starting to look at it, they're like, hold on a second, what are we gonna do here?
You can't escape cycles. And Liverpool for a while, you know, when it works, but eventually players are found out. Like Liverpool, I actually don't feel in an attacking sense they're actually that bad. Where they are terrible is there's no one taking shots, there's no plan. They've been found out, you know, they've overstated a lot of their players. There's no quality depth in that team. There's no real, even for that front three, for years we're saying, what? No out and out number 9 coming to complicate things, no 10. And Klopp's actively learned that. You know, he dodged the bullet, it looks, with Werner, but he tried to bring him in. He tried to bring Fekir. You can't escape this cycle, and they've been found out. People know what to expect with Liverpool, and it's even the signs were there at the start of the season when their players were kind of fit. they were conceding cheap goals. Obviously, with the injuries they've happened now, it's highlighted it more, but you can't escape cycles. You cannot have a Premier League season after winning it. You don't bring a single player that is better than what you have to shake things up. Typically, and I mean, you lot have won titles more often than me, but when you win a title, do you not know every team, sometimes managers get a bit too confident in their team and put their players at levels. That's why Sir Ferguson was so great. He knew when to shake things up, when to bring someone in, when to change when it doesn't necessarily look like there's a change. They're at where they're at. And the concerning thing, not concerning for me, because I don't give a crap. You look at them, you know, Salah's very much now, you know, Van Dijk is now. A lot of their players are for now. There's not too much in terms of longevity. So they're going to have to change things, and they look broke. So,
I've seen Chelsea do it time and time again, where we win a title and then the board starts slacking and think to themselves, oh, we can cut corners here. We can start spending cheap on this and that, and squad fillers. Yeah, and they don't buy players to hit the first 11 to keep the competition and motivation up. They buy squad fillers that they just need to, you know, clean up in a couple little backup zones, and then bang, we go again. And the team, every single time, they fall off massively. That's always been an issue for Chelsea and why they're not consistently winning titles. It's the reason why Chelsea don't win, you know, 2-3 titles on the bounce, and recently they just win one and then dip, and then one and then dip. That is literally because they just get way too complacent from a board level perspective in terms of winning trophies. And when it comes to Liverpool, we said this when it was at the top of the game: Champions League win, title win, go and get. I mean, you're at the top of English football now. Go and get the best players. Go out there and go and put some people at risk. And it's only really this season that they finally got Thiago and Jota. If anything, it was a bit too late. Do you know what I mean? They signed Jota finally to replace Firmino. That should have happened ages ago. Do you know what I mean? Even when Van Dijk was fit, people forget they still shipped 7 against Villa. So that's
what I'm talking about.
That's not normal. That is not normal. Do you know what I mean? So listen, I sympathize with the amount of injuries they've had and whatnot. They've had a lot of injuries, and they've had a few, you know, things that go on off the pitch as well. That's never going to be easy for a few of their big personalities, and Klopp and Alisson as well. But at the end of the day, there's levels to this. Maybe then you're not in a title race, but then to fall as far as they have and to potentially now miss out on the whole of top 4, I don't feel like you should be falling from Premier League winners to now outside of the top 4. If you've really prepared properly. So
to the scale they've done it, like the lack of recruitment, injuries, they're all factors, but it only goes so far. The fall, like what? Their last 8 games at home, let alone their last 6, have been terrible. At some point, the players and the manager have to take accountability. The same energy to praise them to high heavens. This is where people need to go away with writing conclusions. You know, the minute they won that title, like I said, that's when it should have started again. You know, as a team, you should always be trying to underperform. They were overachieving across many metrics, and now and lo and behold, you know, it catches up. You can't escape certain things in life.
That's what it is. And sometimes success papers over the cracks, innit?
Facts.
And I've seen it happen at my club many times. I saw United finish second under Jose when we were awful and not deserved to finish there. Last season, we finished third under Oli because Chelsea couldn't finish their dinner. We didn't deserve to finish where we finished last season. And again, this season, we're looking like we might overperform. Because I'm not 100% confident of... Well, I don't think we're going to finish above Chelsea anyway. I'm not 100% confident of finishing in the top 4. I think if we do finish in the top 4, I think it will be within 3 points of the team below us, because we're not playing well right now. Do you know what I'm saying? But we've been overperforming. It's a combination of overperforming and also the people below you underperforming. Like everyone...
No one's finishing their dinner.
Yeah, the short-sighted people will say, oh, United... Someone was saying, oh, United have scored the most amount of goals in the Premier League. But they won't tell you that we scored 30% of our goals in 2 games. Do you know what I'm saying?
This is it. Like, well, come on.
That's what they won't tell you. They won't tell you that we scored 15 goals in 2 games against Leeds and Southampton. They won't tell you that, though. They won't tell you that we've conceded more goals than we've played matches.
Doesn't fit the narrative.
Because we have. Do you know what I mean? So when people say, oh, yeah, what do you mean we haven't improved? Yeah, we're second and we've scored the most goals. Bruv, isolated incidents, bro. Like, how many times are you going to get 2 men sent off on the other team? Like,
yeah, what is it, 9 against Southampton, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like, how fucking often is that going to happen?
Helps. A 9-0 win can help that GD. Not bad.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And a lot of people don't do that. They're not going to tell you that we had a negative goal difference at home, yeah, until we had that 9-1 game. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say People can use stats to paint whatever picture they want to paint. But the one thing that you can't lie is the eye test. The eye test don't lie. If someone looks a certain way, they probably are, innit? That's just how it is, innit? Like, you can't paper any of these things over with numbers taken out of context. And context is important in life in every situation, bro. But because people don't like to apply context, man, just go with what I see in it. I'll always go with what I see over what man are showing me numbers wise. I'm not having it. No, them ones. Big up Jordan in the chat. Man asked me about what do I think about Bruno not taking the contract. Do you think it's a money thing or a footballing thing? It's definitely a money thing. He's probably looking at David De Gea on £370,000 and saying, well, boy.
Well, there's a contract thing.
Yeah, because they're asking him to renew. Because when he signed for us, he only signed on 100. I think he only signed on 110 grand a week or something like that.
He checked himself.
Yeah, because obviously that's his first big move outside of Portugal. But obviously with the start that he's made, they've said, yo, we need to renew it. And I remember with Tottenham, Harry Kane signed 3 contracts in one season because they had to keep him, bruv. They had to keep putting his money up. You know what I mean? And the thing is with Bruno, with the impact that he's had in terms of goals and that, he probably is looking at it and saying, yo, I deserve to be
among the top earners.
Among the top earners. And he's got a point in terms of his impact. In terms of his ability, yeah, I wouldn't pay him that, but he deserves to be there based on what he's done on paper. You know them ones. On paper, he's got a very, very strong argument.
You go into that board meeting with your new director of football, whoever handles that, technical director. I've seen Dan Fletcher and all them man have been rolled into the thing. And you bring your sheets and you bring your documents and you bring your stats. There's no argument really that they can make. Do you know what I mean? I mean, just in terms of even points won, how many points has he probably won you this season? I wouldn't even know.
And also the Pogba business, will he, won't he as well? That could strengthen your thing about, you know, you can't lose both.
But they might be United might be waiting for that also because they might say, right, well, if Pogba leaves, then there's more money for us to give you. You know them, man. So this is what I'm saying. This brother's saying, yo, if De Gea's on 375, Bruno needs to be on 500. See?
Or and both not on either.
And both shouldn't be on either.
It's a lot of money for a goalkeeper, isn't it?
Bruv, no goalkeeper should be on that.
I was just thinking that to myself. I mean, that's striker money.
Bro, the way I see it is
that's best in the world type money.
The better club you're at, the less you should have to do as a goalkeeper anyway.
Yeah.
You know them ones. That's how it should be. You should have better defenders in front of you, a better team in front of you. You should have to make less saves, innit? So you don't need that big money. Don't give a fuck. 375 grand for a goalie. He's on more money than most outfield players, bro. Yeah. He's one of the most highest paid players in the game. So in Europe, in Europe's top 5 leagues, there probably isn't 10 players or more money than it.
Yeah. Was he given that contract after Real Madrid came in and the facts?
Yeah, after he held the club ransom, and he got that money, bro. You know them ones, and he got that money, and everyone forgets, but I'll never forget that. You know them ones, and I said at the time we should sell him because we were gonna get fucking Keylor Navas, blood. I would have been happy enough getting Keylor Navas if he went to Real Madrid. Navas is a good goalie,
very good goalie.
Now I'm saying he saved Messi's pen yesterday. You know them ones there, and it's like we were gonna get Navas. The swap deal, it didn't go through. I was happy it didn't go through, yeah. But then when I started hearing the money that he was getting touted for, I said, "Nah, get rid." At that point, I would have taken Kasper Schmeichel, blood, because I was like, "Fuck this, man." You know what I mean? Like 375 for a fucking keeper. That's extortion, bro. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? And now Henderson's come in. He's not doing any worse. It's kind of like, bruv, why not? But the one thing I say is, Man United, most of our players are overpaid.
Yeah, but the thing is that you've put yourself in a position where the player's on too much money again.
Was it Lingard on 100k a week at a point?
Yeah, and
bruv, but Shaw was on that 190, like
whatever you can hustle.
190, like Rashford's on over 200. Martial's new deal's over 200. None of them deserve to be on that money.
What the hell?
That's like Brandon Williams is on like 70k, bro. He signed a new deal, bro, and he's useless, bro.
Why is he on that? He hasn't done anything.
Finesse,
bro.
He's dead.
There must be money in Manchester, you know.
Bro, it's a joke thing.
You man. Do you know what? Yeah, one thing with United is you man are prepared to pay players even Man City won't pay players the way you pay players. Because even that Alexis Sanchez deal, the whole reason why Man City opted out of that is because Sanchez started talking mad with the money, and it was less about football, more about money. And you guys obviously paid him in it. And I'm just thinking to myself, you brothers will pay this guy, pay these brothers anything, man. It's just
you have to imagine how much that complicates what Man United are trying to do in the transfer market. Because, you know, like you said with Bruno, obviously Bruno's been a bit conned. He weren't, you know, it's his first big move. But any other players, I'll be like, hold on, you know, you lot are trying to get back in so-and-so. This guy's on that much. I don't want what you lot are giving me. You're trying to shag me. So I'm interesting. It's all about the precedent. That's why even with us, some of these contracts at Arsenal, we mismanage as well. You just look at it, you look at Willian. It's like you can't turn around with things now. It's almost like apparently Balogun's advisors or something 30, 40k. I don't know if Arsenal are dealing with that, but that's going to complicate things. That's the same money if it does happen as Bukayo Saka. You know, one's barely played 90, one's close to 100 appearances for this club. So I do think clubs need to get it together with contracts, because that's as important as buying new players. But it's just mismanagement, man. Yeah, mismanagement.
Some of these players must be absolutely laughing when they go on international duty. When if Luke Shaw gets into that England squad and he's chatting to some other brothers and they're not even on 100, and he's sitting there on 109. I mean, Luke Shaw's had a good season, but 190.
But one good season in 7 gets you 190 grand. That's a mad thing, bro. Like, what matters on 150 or something like that? He got a new deal the other day, bro. That's the same money that Jamie Vardy's on, bro.
Why did Juan Mata get a new deal?
I have no idea, bro. Juan Mata, Luke Shaw, Phil Jones, Andreas Pereira, all these men signed new deals.
Pereira?
Yeah, bro. And then he's gone out alone. Bro, United are shambles, bro.
That's
I mean, and someone said, oh, like, Martial deserved the 200k. He doesn't. Now, I'm saying I'm a big fan of Anthony Martial, bro, but it's one of them ones where he doesn't deserve to be on more money than Jamie Vardy, bro.
He's not even
he doesn't.
Established.
Rashford don't deserve to be on 200k. None of them do, bro. Like, the wages are extortionate, bro, for what man are producing.
Used to mean something. Like, everybody's kind of always flirting around that 100.
Brother, our sub keeper Dean Henderson signed a 130 grand deal, bro.
6 years as well.
6-year contract, 130.
I don't know.
Who one's there. I can get it. Like, I think he's overpaying it, but I get it because he could be.
Man's on more money than Grealish in them, man. That's what I'm saying. That's why football's wild, bro.
He hasn't done anything. Nah, you brothers are mad.
Football's wild. You know them, man.
It's whatever you can hustle, man.
It's whatever you can hustle. I always say to people, you see in life, there's no such thing as cost in it. Something's worth what someone's willing to pay for it.
Did.
That's why you can get like Yeezys or something. If you get them at sale price, you might get them for a bill or something. And then man are reselling at £1,000, bro. And people are paying that money, bro. It doesn't mean that means the trainer's worth £1,000 if someone's willing to pay that £1,000.
Legit.
Even though in my head I'm not spending that. But whatever someone's willing to pay you is what you're worth, innit? So when I'm seeing these footballers, on this money, and I'm looking at their output, I'm like, bruv, this is some joke thing. This is actually some joke thing. You know what I mean? These Man United players, they're on way too much money, bruv. And
none
also,
of them have even won a Premier League title.
Bruv, and it makes it even harder to get rid of players when they're on contracts like that.
You can't float. Look at Arsenal, bro. We're begging man to take Kolasinac because we took him for free and gave him 100k. Now we're begging man to take him on loan and things. It makes it hard to shift man on because they're going, hold on. I hear you want to leave and I'm cool to leave, but I was on 100 bags. I'm not trying to take less money. It's like anyone in any job. You're not trying to take a new job and take home less. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. We've got our substitute goalkeeper. We've got a substitute goalie, on the same amount of money as Kasper Schmeichel.
He better be something.
That's what I'm saying. What's that? Because he plays for Liverpool. Bruv, if Salah played for Man United, I'll still be dissing him, bruv. Like I diss Rashford and I diss Bruno, blood. Salah's poo, bruv. I don't care. I can't change my mind, bro.
That means you must hate every Liverpool player if that makes
No, I don't, bro. You know what I'm saying about Salah, bro. Listen, man, he makes my eyes hurt when I watch him play. When I watch him play, trust me, it's vomit inducing, bro. Like, man know me already, I like what I like in it when it comes to football, blood. You know them ones. I'm not gonna tell you how to like your gal. Don't tell me how to like my football. You know them ones. That's how it is, bro. I like my football a certain way. Salah can't do it. You know them ones. That's it. Washed. You know them ones.
That,
I'm watching. Well, we see what man watch. Did you man see what Mahrez done yesterday?
Yeah, crud.
That's what a proper footballer looks like. You know them ones. That's what it looks like. Because he don't stat pad. Man don't want to put ratings on his name, you know. Because in football, if you're not throwing up stats, yeah, like you're irrelevant in this game, bro. But there's a difference when you see a quality player and when you just see a stat padder, bruv. That's the difference when you watch them two play, blood. Know what I'm saying? I know which ones I'll show my kids, blood. And it won't be that, brother. You know them ones, the pyramid Pepe, blood. Man don't care about him, fam. That's just what it is. So it ain't got nothing to do with Liverpool, blood. It don't matter who he plays for, bruv. You know, like that, bruv. You could play for Man United, bruv. I'll celebrate every goal and I'll still know that man's washed, fam. That's just how it is. So the game is the game, bruv. Man don't care about him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, football is a business, bro. 100%. A man talk about the wage structure, saying, "Oh, United can afford it," and that. It's not about what you can afford, bro. Because when you sign these players on these long contracts, you're not keeping them forever, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's silly saying that because it's like millionaires. How do they stay rich? Just because I've got 10 million doesn't mean I have to pay through the nose for everything. You know, the whole point is business is keeping costs low and maximizing profit. So just because you can afford to, it doesn't make sense. And like we've all been explaining, it gives you a mess and it makes it harder to get rid of this mess. So it's nonsense saying just because you can afford it. You know, either way, that's going to harm you in the long term, especially when you're like United, where right now the brand is still there, but on the footballing basis, purely, you're not necessarily the biggest club in the world anymore. And you're not challenging for the big boy trophy, so it will hurt you at some point. It's nonsense when people say that.
This is why when brothers win the lottery, yeah, and then they used to be rubbish collectors. They win the lottery, and then I can afford to buy everybody drinks every single day at the local,
and they turn into fucking crackheads.
And then next thing you know, bang, all the money's gone. Where did it go? Oh, I could afford to buy everybody drinks every night, so I just said it rounds on me. And then
now
suddenly
quavers for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and shit.
Yeah, suddenly, yeah. Now suddenly you got no money. Year later, you're back collecting the rubbish. It's like you can afford it. It doesn't mean that you should be doing it. Do you know what I'm saying? You got to have some sort of brain cells in your head, fam. That's how it goes. And to be giving these brothers long-term contracts when they haven't even won a title, they haven't even shown that they can even live up to the level that you're trying to aspire to. So therefore, you don't know if they're players that you might need to replace or players that are at their pinnacle. Because the pinnacle of Luke Shaw is not now. The pinnacle of Luke Shaw is when he's in a Premier League title winning team. Same for all of these players at all these clubs. Until you win the Premier League, you haven't hit your pinnacle. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Or if you're that good like a Luis Suarez, then cool, then just leave. Do you know what I mean? But I don't see any of the Man United players getting linked to better teams like Bayern Munich. I don't see that happening. And I don't see them winning Premier League titles. So if I'm not seeing those two things where you're not overachieving to the fact that you're getting linked with teams that are way better than you, like a Harry Kane is, and I'm not seeing that you're winning Premier League titles, then why are you on Premier League winning money? Yeah. The hell? No, it makes no sense. So these brothers, if anything, if you ever win something, these brothers will be like, yo, I need a pay rise because I just won something now. Like what? Do you know what I mean? It's nuts. It's absolutely crazy to me. I mean, do you think, Rants, that you bringing in Fletcher and this other Don as well, is that going to change anything for you?
Yeah, it is. We got more Brexit ballers to come, bro. We've been linked with Ben White today.
I saw that. Yeah.
Bruv, the club is in the gutter, bro. Man said Ben White, you know. My thing is, you see when you bring in foreigners, yeah, at least you bring in, yeah, the black book that they have. You know them ones, and you bring in a little thing, you bring in them kind of things. At least with Arsenal, because obviously they got the Brazilian thing. That's why they managed to get Gabriel over the line, all these other things. At least there's something in it. Who the fuck is Darren Fletcher gonna know, yeah? That's gonna be beneficial to the football club that man need to know, fam.
Yeah.
No one. You know them ones there. It's a fucking bullshit.
He's not watching League R or...
Bruv, he's not watching them places, bro. Who's got Darren Fletcher's number to say, oh, yeah, I got this thing? We ended up with that Palestri, bro, because Diego Forlan recommended him. Now he's out on fucking loan, bro. Yeah, man ended up with Dan James, yeah, because Ryan Giggs recommended him. What kind of fucking shit is that, bro? And that's why when they talk about cultural reset at the club, it's some Brexit thing.
You man needed to...
So what, man support like some NF club, bro? I didn't sign up for that.
You man needed to go like a Luis Campos or something.
Bro, I didn't sign up for no Brexit FC thing. I didn't. You know them, because that's what we're doing right now. Man talking about cultural reset, blood. Kind of fucking shit. I didn't sign up for that. That's mad, fam. You know what I'm saying? I didn't sign up for that, legit. Like when I'm watching this right now, It's a travesty, bro. Ben White. Are you serious? And not only are these British players overpriced, but they're not that good, bro. Does Ben White even play for England? When were Man United linked with English players, that weren't in the England squad? Never.
Good
The
point.
only English players we are linked with were Michael Carrick, Wayne Rooney. You know the ones there, man that played for England, Rio Ferdinand. That man weren't linked with fucking Ben Whites, bro.
And that's like 50 million as well, maybe even more as well.
Bro, and we're going to overpay
tax.
for another
English tax.
dead chip butty baller, blood. And then man want to talk about good football,
That's
blood.
it,
I'm tired of it, bro. What is wrong with these people? Go get a fucking football director, that knows the European game, blood. We've seen what Wolves have done, with the Portuguese thing. You know, we're spending nowhere near the money we're spending. And then these are the same pussyos that want to come out and say, oh, there's no value in the market. That's because you're shopping in the wrong fucking market.
That's because you're getting zanged. Yeah. That's because you're letting yourself get zanged.
Yeah.
And then they say, oh, yeah, it's the Man United tax. That don't exist, bruv. That don't exist. If a team needs money, they take it. They're not going to be like, oh, it's Man United, you got to give us more money. Bruv, if you go to these little teams in Portugal and you say, boom, here's an 8 million, you're getting man for 8 million. They're not going to say it's 18 million because it's Man United. They need the money. Yeah. But when you're going to man that don't need peas, they're saying, cool, you got money. Say nothing. Slap a 20 mil on there. Because you got it. Yeah. All these English teams are now saying, well, you paid 85 for Harry Maguire, so...
Yeah, show us the money or forget about it.
Bruv, that's the negotiation at every meeting is, well, you got Harry Maguire 85 million, so boy.
What we need to do is pull up stats for Ben White compared to Harry Maguire.
And just say, well, boom,
50.
That's it. That's what they do. You man got Chilwell for 45, nearly half what we paid for Harry Maguire. They were just as important to the team. So why did you pay half?
By the way, we still got shagged, but carry on.
Yeah, you still got shagged, but you still paid half.
Leicester still shagged us, by the way.
Because you got Marina, and we got fucking Darren Fletcher now.
Yeah.
And some next pagan.
And this is what people forget when they say, oh, just pay anything for this player. Unless they're generational, like an Erling Haaland or an Mbappe, I'm not trying to hear it. When our fans were saying, oh yeah, we should pay 80 million for Declan Rice, I was like, sorry, what? Sorry, how? Because when you pay 80 million for someone, the wages
90 million for Havertz.
Yeah, but I think
I had to do it, man.
I know, but
you lined yourself.
If you want me to be politically correct, I think it was actually 68 or 72 or something. But anyway, I let that slide.
You lined yourself, man.
But when it comes to Declan, I mean, 80 million. Do you know what I mean? And then the wages have to match that as well. Fam, that's mad, because then every negotiation you go into after that is gonna have to be on the same level. So
drop it out, man.
It's a bit mad. It's a bit nuts.
That's what I'm saying. So when I look at that, this team's in a gutter, bro. Man, talk about DNA and all that, bro. DNA is killing my people, fam. I'm telling you, the club's finished, bro. The club's finished.
He gets it.
Their ex-friends and that transferable skills is, oh yeah, I know the club inside out. Like we said yesterday, bro, this ain't an ambassador job, blood. You don't need to know the club inside out. Just know football inside out. Know the football market inside out. Do you know what I mean? Know what clubs are producing the best players inside out. Know that.
That's all you need to.
That's all you need to know.
Relationships with these clubs and apply better foresight and learn from hindsight and apply better foresight. It's that simple.
That's what I'm saying. You use your common sense and you see, obviously right now, the coaches that are doing their thing are the German coaches. When you look at the success rate from the French players, and what they're doing around the world, you look at even the N'Golo Kantes, the Riyad Mahrezes that coming from the French league and stuff like that. Have someone that knows the fucking French league.
Lidge, make sure there's somebody there. That's how I feel about my club, especially because we're a bit different. We can't even get into a scenario where we pay 80 million for Maguire. And when we do, we're paying 70 in installments and things. So it's mismanagement of finances. I don't want to do Pepe dirty, but it's like the problem I've had with Arsenal is Kroenke doesn't give a crap. He doesn't invest. But when you look at our signing, there's very few value for money. There's too many players we're going about. Like, you spent 40 million on Xhaka. There's some weird parts of our fan bases that have Xhaka dedicated accounts. As poor as that is, bro, there's man out there. It's crazy. There's man that have compilations on Granit Xhaka. The midfield at my club is on the floor. I don't think he's as bad as people make out, but he's got some haters. And this is all stems
Granit Xhaka, to me, he's one of them ones where he's to hate, though, isn't it?
Yeah. He's that.
Easy because he don't make life easy for himself. You know
Fact.
them ones. He
Fact.
doesn't make life easy for himself at all.
It's just because as well, fundamentally, after the Chelsea game, he started doing all the talking, right? So
Yep.
This man loves to chat.
Yeah, he loves to chat. Won against Chelsea, said, "Oh, da 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 da." All right, cool. And
I know
everyone
my
said,
quality.
"Okay,
They were getting on to me. Shut up, man.
okay."
Shut up.
So, I remember we spoke about it here, and I was like, "Okay, cool.
Oh.
Let's see what you're doing in a couple months' time." And now you're receiving the ball and you're giving it own goals.
Bro, 2 mistakes in 2 weeks, you know. Like, listen, Xhaka has that. And that's why I get at Arteta, because you're playing him. People can say we never had money and all these things, and it's all true. But last summer, you know, rightly or wrongly, you rubbed out Guendouzi, you rubbed out Torreira, you pulled Xhaka back into the wild. You was a centre midfielder, so you should know what's levels. You were bringing in Partey, so you must have known the suitable partner. So you said Xhaka is levels. You know, Xhaka has had good games and whatnot, and he even turned it around against Leicester. But fundamentally, that's what that man is going to give you. You know, he's probably the best midfielder in the league when he's got 100 years on the ball. His problem is central midfield. You're not going to get that. He's a squad player at best, and he's terrible, man. It's
he probably belongs in a different league where you get.
Oh, fuck all of that. I don't even care about that. No matter what league you're going to, you're not going to thrive if your biggest attribute, if guys are getting horny because you're playing a cross-field diagonal pass. But that you should be able to do that as a central midfielder.
Yeah. You know, central midfielder, bro. Any Premier League fucking player should be able to do that.
And if Arsenal fans not doing that, we're praising man for running about. Like you're centre mid, you should be able to run about.
Yeah, but that's my fan base as well, bro. You know them, man. You got them Brexit ballers like McTominay. These man getting gassed over, bro.
It's nonsense, bro.
Passion, bro. Passion, bro. That's what these man want. Them man want passion over trophies, blood. Yeah, that's what they want.
Passion only goes so far. I'm a passion merchant. I love it, but there's got to be more to it, man.
That's what I'm saying. And it's a mad thing. And the man them saying the DOF appointment meaning Ollie's getting a new contract. I look at it 2 ways, yeah.
If he does, yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean that, but I have no faith in this club. You know them ones. It doesn't necessarily mean that, because if the Darren Fletcher appointment is a long-term appointment, which it should be anyway, because if you're bringing someone in this job, that means you're bringing in someone that knows the club and is going to be within the infrastructure of the club going forward. That doesn't mean that Ollie has to be the manager. Even if a new manager comes in, it's still going to be someone in and around the club that knows the club. Cool. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't necessarily mean that. However, I don't trust, man. Unless things go badly wrong, I don't trust them to sack Ollie, bro.
That's my club as well.
I think that we have to finish outside the top 4, yeah, for Ollie to get sacked. It shouldn't be the case, but I think we have to, even though in the last 3 seasons, I ain't seen no improvement from United football-wise. Obviously, the squad's gotten better because you've bought more players, but that's to be expected. Like, we finished on the same number of points 2 years in a row. It's just that 1 year it took us higher than the other year because of what everyone else was doing.
Do you think he'll get a new contract? Or is that even possible? Surely.
Brother, at this club, anything's possible.
Wow. How I feel about mine.
If he got a new contract, I would.
If Ollie gets a new contract, yeah, like, bro, my love for football is gone. It's gone.
You still do the streams,
bro, of course, but there's no love, bro. There's no love. You know them ones, because if these man don't care about me, yeah, why should I care about them to that certain extent, bro? Why should I care, bro? Like, I'm emotionless, bro, when I watch these man play, bro.
Because it's inevitable. You know the nonsense they're gonna put you through.
Listen, people know me. You see me, yeah? I got into football for the love of the game. What I'm seeing now with my football team, I don't love it, bro. I don't love it, bro. You know them ones. Like, every time I watch them, it's kind of like, I know the football's gonna be shit. I know the football's gonna be shit. And then on top of that, we're not even guaranteed to win no more. So it's like, what am I getting excited for? Because I can't get excited for the W. A man can't get excited for the football.
This is the thing. If you was playing shit, but you knew you was going to win a Premier League at the end of it because you was grinding out 1-0s and dirt football, but it was going to lead up to something, then cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Everybody takes the glory. But when you play, I've always said this, if you're going to play shit football, it absolutely has
you have to win trophies.
Has to end in silverware. Because if it doesn't, then nobody signed up for that. No chance. Absolutely no chance.
But this is it, bro. So, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, the more this bullshit goes on, the more man just falls out of love with all this bullshit. And that's why I love doing my football streams, yeah? where I'm just a neutral, bruv, and I
Watching
just
the other
get
teams, yeah.
watching
yeah.
other
I
teams,
felt-
bruv.
That is how I felt yesterday. PSG Barcelona was a lovely game to do a watch along.
Yeah, that's what I mean. These man love it, bro. Like when I'm doing my neutral streams, yeah, I'm loving it. I'm laughing, like I'm happy, bruv, because man can just enjoy the football and that's it. I don't have to think about politics, bro.
Yeah.
You know them, because that's what it is with this football club right now. It's just politics, bare bullshit. Now I'm saying when I watch other teams, I don't have to be emotionally invested. I could just see the game for what it is, bro.
What it is, yeah.
You know, like that, and that's where I am at with my club right now. If they give Ollie a new contract, yeah, emotionally, bro, man, switched off. I'm switched off from this football club, bro, emotionally. If they do that, because then what's the point? You know, the ones there's only so many times these man can show me that they're not interested in winning stuff, bro. Not
Before I get
interested.
the message, yeah.
You know them ones, and then man will come out and say, "Oh yeah, like our pursuit of success and that, bruv." They don't care about success, bruv, on the pitch. They only care about success off the pitch, bro. They only care about Twitter followers. They only care about followers on TikTok, bruv. That's all they care about. That's all they care about. They don't care about winning trophies. I'm not here, yeah, to get emotional, yeah, after man are doing dumb shit over and over again and we're losing, bro. Like why'd I do that? It comes to a point where emotionally you just have to switch off, bro.
It's good, best for your heart. Like it's not like you. That's where I'm at with my club. It's like I get peed off. We're all emotionally to a degree invested, but it's like at some point you have to be in control of your own emotions because you know the dynamics of the club. You know you can't change anything, and you know clubs are doing the same processes again and again and hoping for it to be different. So if they're acting insane, don't let them make you join into that. You know, so that's what I'm at. Anything's a bonus in relation to watching my club. It's a myth.
That's what I'm saying,
Just a final point on Fletcher. Someone put up a really good chat there. Chelsea have done a similar thing with bringing in Petr Cech as technical director, but he speaks I think he speaks like 7 or 8 different
languages. Yeah,
one of the best goalkeepers in Premier League.
He's respected.
He's
bro.
respected. Darren Fletcher, is he one of the best in the world? Does he have the knowledge of outside his own league? These are it's a very strange one. If you're gonna go with a club legend in that role,
bro, go for David Beckham or something. Even I don't want Beckham.
Bring Van der Sar back or something.
But at least bring Van der Sar back,
big shout.
or like fucking someone that when they ring your phone, your ears kind of prick up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, bruv, when Darren Fletcher calls your phone, you're like, bruv, how'd you get my number, bruv? You know, like that. It's not like, oh my god, it's Darren Fletcher. Like, it's mad.
It's true.
If he rang my phone,
that's not important. That's very
Carrick,
important.
are you Carrick?
If he rang my phone, I'll be like, bruv, who gave you my number?
It's very
like seriously.
That was one of Lampard's biggest things at Chelsea is the fact that he could pick up the phone. He could pick up the phone and inspire these players to come and join our club in the summer. Do you know what I'm saying? You're having a phone call with Frank Lampard or you're having a phone call with Darren Fletcher. It's not even the words, it's the name, fam. It's gonna make you feel a different type of way. 100%. So I don't know, man.
Someone said Fletcher was playing FIFA with Chunks not too long ago.
It's a mad thing.
Tells you, oh, he's living a dream then. Living a movie.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, honestly, yeah, that's what I mean. Patrice ever played for Juventus and that, bro. You know what I mean? Speaks multiple languages, all these things. You give it to Darren Fletcher. At least Patrice ever will know what's going on in France, blood.
Yeah, the only problem with him is the brother was trying to eat chicken.
Yeah, he's a mad
man. But he's a weird youth anyway.
He's a madman.
He's a weird youth, blood. But you know them ones there, bruv. Like, it's one of them ones where at least he's respected worldwide. You know them ones, like he's done stuff, bro, and he's got contacts. Them man could have given it to Vidic or something. They could have given it to anyone. You didn't have to give it to that youth, bro. And they were like, oh, we just knew we wanted Fletcher back here, blood. It's a man them thing. That's all it is. It's not professional.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of friends reunion.
Cozy, man.
Very cozy.
Man, they're just handing out jobs, blood. You know them ones that it don't really make no sense, brother. Them man are moving like a call center, blood. You just get your brethren a job and that real quick. You know them ones, Sky customer service and that. You know them ones. You just say to my man, I'm hiring, blood. Like there's a headset in the corner and that. Hold that. That's what it's looking like. My club's a shambles, bro. There's a headset in the corner. My club's a shambles, B. Like Berbatov as well would have been another good shout. Man that know football, man that played in multiple countries. Berbatov played in France, so man you will have France patterned.
He's got that mavericking thing about him as well. Like people will listen. He's got that Cantona sort of,
and he'll be able to identify talent. Players with talent can identify talent.
Literally.
When you're just a fucking cross-country runner like Darren Fletcher, yeah, man can't identify when players have the X factor because you're not one of them players. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, bruv. Them man identify with ballers that play like them. That's just how it is sometimes, bro. So it's just bullshit, bro. No, I'm saying someone who knows the club, that's bullshit. They're just trying to do this British thing. That's what it really is, bro. Look at all the names. Look at all the names. Apart from the Glazers, I've got the thing here with the hierarchy of the club.
You've got Carrick, you've got
Joe Glazer to Ed Woodward. Then he goes down to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Even though he's Scandinavian, this guy thinks he's English. You know that one. He's on this Brexit football thing. And then you got that John fucking Murtough or whatever his name is, the director, yeah? On the other side, you got Mick Phelan, Simon Wells, blood. Who's Solskjaer's personal scout. I don't know who the fuck that is, but it sounds real English to me, blood. Michael Carrick, English. Nicky Butt, English. And then under Murtough, you got Fletcher, Scottish. Matt Judge, I'm guessing he's English. Alan fucking Dawson, head of football operations, sounds real English. Steve Brown, English. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck, blood? Jim Lawler, fucking Mick Court, blood. Like, who the fuck are these guys, bro? Bare fucking calf breakfast breads, blood. Man, I don't want no fucking calf fried breakfast breads at my club.
I'm trying to search his ratings on Foot Manager, see if he's any good.
Bro, you're a global institution. You're a global institution, and everyone here is British.
Man United going into the search bar on Foot Manager, nationality English, minimum 15 for each requirement, and then go through the names. Oh, Paul Cook. All right, cool. Come.
Bro, brother, we are a global institution. Football's a global sport, and you ain't got no seasoning in that lineup.
None.
No seasoning. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? And you expect us to be successful.
You know them brothers, determination 17 out of 20.
Bruv, it's a joke, innit? When man looks at that lineup, it's a joke. And then when you look at yours, you got Petr Cech, you got the Marina girl. You get me? At Arsenal, they got the Brazilian man them.
I know, man. Edu, I can't like Edu. He's all Edu. Do you know Edu right now is looking a bit rubbed because he's living off that Martinelli thing. It's not even his thing. He got rid of them scouts. You know, you got Vinay. Vinay just looks like Vibes FC. Like you look at him and he's meant to be a CEO. Every picture I see of him on the website, it literally looks, I don't know how the fuck I've got here. I don't know what Arsenal is, but I'm taking a picture. It's a joke.
Bruv, the thing's dead, bro. Listen, the Brexit thing's worse, blood. I'd rather them man gas me with the hope of some Brazilian wonder kid. I'd rather that at this point because the whole British thing ain't it, bro. You know them, man. The British thing is not it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you got Martinelli out of it, innit?
Yeah, but again, false works. Guy, Edu's claiming other man's works. Like he never done that. Like it's all Kahegio. You took his guy. Like Edu, I'm waiting for you to do something, man. You know, I don't know who Edu's done is. I know he's got his son playing for our academy, but I don't know what he's on. You know, I can't allow Edu off this time. Edu's bit. I hope he pulls it out because again, it's not just him, but he's got rid of a lot of scouts. He said everything has to go through me, and I'm very wary because, like Arteta, the very same parallels are the same with him in his position. So Edu's got to pull it out. Apparently, he wanted to go for Partey ahead of Alwa, rightly or wrongly. You know, you should have known we needed a midfielder. You're condoning this Xhaka, and you wanted to bring in Willian. So I'm on to Edu. I can't lie. He needs to pull it out in the summer. Has to,
bro, but that's what I mean. But I'm hearing that Overmars might be free soon, blood. So he might be able to.
Is that gonna bang? Campos was the guy. I said.
No, do you know why I don't know that's gonna bang? Because if I'm Overmars and he comes, I see them clashing because you were meant to get the role before him. Overmars is significantly more experienced, and Edu looks like he's on a power trip. Like you know how the Dutchmen are; they're very opinionated, rightly so. I think
they are.
He'll look at it and be like, "You're on a dickhead thing." Like I'm cutting from this, man. This is bullshit.
Luis Campos. I said this time.
Bro. Anyone that wants to do the Dortmund thing, like that's what we need. That's what I'm on. Like
this comment is wild,
but it's the truth though. You know them ones there, bro. Like, understand, bro. Like United's backroom staff ain't got no flavor, blood, and that's how the football looks as well. Bland, fam. That's just what it is, bro. Like, Man United play football exactly like what their fucking backroom staff looks like. Exactly the same. They're on this Brexit thing, bro. It's dead. You know them ones. No English managers have ever won the Prem. So what's the point in having all these Englishmen in the back room, blood? That ain't success, bro. Man ain't winning nothing with all them man there. It's facts, whether you like it or not.
It's not even just the fact for me that it's just the fact that there's no experience. Like, it's just a load of rookies again. I spoke about
there's no experience, but there's none of them have won anything. So even if we went for experience, it's still going to be a bunch of losers, fam. Do you understand what I'm saying?
It's just, I remember at Chelsea, I spoke about where we have just a bunch of people with potential, but they're learning on the job in their roles, whether that be Jody Morris, whether that be Frank Lampard, whether that be so many people who are just, you can't have a kitchen full of trainee cooks. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to get the food right. You're not going to get it out quick.
Especially people that ain't peeled with potato before, at least. So it's a myth.
Literally, bro, literally. You know what I mean? You're out here asking people to make, complicated dishes, and they've never, like you said, even peeled a potato before. So for me, it's just, you're shooting yourself in the foot, really, before you've even come outside to even start battling against. Because remember, again, people forget this is all about competition. You're going up against Man City's head chiefs in their positions, Chelsea's. So players will talk to multiple teams, right, before they pick a club. So it's not just the fact that we don't rate these guys in their roles. It's the fact of the competition is so high. Look at the people you're coming up against on the stage. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at Manchester City, look at Chelsea, look at all of these guys that negotiate deals, and you're coming up against them. Look at it. Do you know what I mean? It's not an even playing field if you're going in with these guys. So it's like you're going into battle with no gun, fam. You're just gonna die, fam.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. So the bottom line is, man, could talk about experience, bruv. You need to have, because football's a global game, yeah. You need to have ears and eyes everywhere, bro. You can do the ex-player thing, but have some diversity. Man, have Nicky Butt there, Michael Carrick, fucking Darren Fletcher. Fuck that, bro. We have players like Berber. We have players like Evra. We have players like Vidic. These men are every bit have contributed to the history of the club every bit as much as these flipping British guys, bro. And they have more contacts because they have contacts in their home countries. They speak multiple languages and they know the international game. You can't tell me that Darren Fletcher's sitting at home watching fucking Serie A and La Liga and fucking Bundesliga. No way, bruv. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me Nicky Butt's watching that. You know them ones. Berber's played in fucking France. You know what I mean? He's Bulgarian, so he knows the league there and he's played there. Do you know what I'm saying? You got Patrice Evra, who played in France, played in Italy, speaks those languages.
Do them sort of things there.
You know what I'm saying? You even got a man like Robin van Persie that knows Holland. Van der Sar that knows Holland. Knows the Dutch league. But we're wasting our time with these fucking pie and mash breads, blood. It's a joke. It's a joke. There's no success there, bro. There's no success with what we're trying to do, bro. There's nothing. Man say United DNA. So what? Is the United DNA only if you're white and British? Are you the only people that have that DNA, blood? Or did the other foreign players that come in, do they not have the United DNA? Because they won the same amount. So why don't they have the DNA? And Berber played in Germany as well. So he knows the Bundesliga because he came from, I think, Leverkusen.
Leverkusen.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Leverkusen.
So, bruv, so man speaks those languages, knows those leagues, yeah? So what, is the United DNA only for white British people? I might have to ask them. But maybe it is. Because that's some fucking NF thing, bruv. Man's not on that UKIP thing. No, because that's what it's looking like. Because the Fletcher thing is balmy, bro. That bro was playing for fucking West Brom the other day. Now my man's technical director at Man United. How? How, bro? I don't even think he didn't even get a Sky Sports job in between.
Where? Where is the experience to do the role? That's what I'm asking, because
that's it.
You've got that role. It's not like it's not an easy role. Like, where is the experience?
Well,
like
you need to have experience, or it's just going to be a learning on the job thing. And if you're going to learn on the job, you need to be surrounded by someone who doesn't know what you don't know. And it just seems like a bunch of people, like at my club, just left to their own devices and just hiding behind what once was, one of the best clubs from a footballing point of view in the world. Just hiding behind it. So many
roles in this game is getting disrespected time and time again. Since when can a technical director come in that's got no experience? Or this is the equivalent of, again, what you saw in the United States, appointing a president without going up through the ranks of the political system. Like, were you a governor? Were you this? Were you that? Where's your stripes? Where have you earned your stripes? You haven't. You just put them right at the top immediately, off rip, with no experience or anything to go off, and then you're surprised when they mess up the job. It don't really make any sense to me. I don't understand how we got to this point, even as a society, just in general, where them can just roll up to the top profession with no experience. Where did that come from? Where? None. It's nuts. It's incredible.
I can't fucking believe it, bro.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's some jolting. You know what I'm saying?
This is literally the blind leading the blind. That is the definition of what this is right now.
You know what I'm saying? That's like getting a Tesco manager's job because your mum shopped there when you was a youth, blood.
Literally.
You know them. What do you know about the company? My mum shopped here for 20 years. That's it, bruv. You know what I mean? Man, just bring in all your little Tesco receipts, blood, and you can just manage the whole store, blood.
Yeah, you can just do your thing.
That's just a fucking joke thing, bro. Like, the United thing is the biggest farce I've ever seen in football, blood. You know what I'm saying right now? And people want me to respect the club as a proper big institution, a big global club, and it's run by these fucking idiots, bro. From top to bottom, from the owners to Woodward. But none of these men don't know ball, blood.
None
of them know ball. And then even the men that are in there, yeah, the Fletchers of them, they only know ball as far as the Man United that they played through. That's what they know.
They can't change. They can't build an environment.
Bro, there's a lot more to football, yeah, than the however many years that you lived under Sir Alex Ferguson, which was in a different era of football.
Yeah.
You know them ones. These men don't know ball, blood.
Don't know it.
They don't know ball. They don't know talent. They don't know no other languages. You know what I mean? Who's doing this? I read out the list. These are all white British guys, bro. So how are we communicating overseas with all these other agents, with all these fucking... How are we seeing what's going on in these academies in all these other countries? How? Some fucking
just
joke,
from a communication standpoint, it limits you, because we know in terms of England, we know English people don't tend to speak multiple languages in Europe. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised if that Marina gal speaks bare languages.
Oh, bro, every language, bro.
And Petr Cech speaks bare languages.
Bare languages, bro. It's not even. It's a bit freakish. He can speak French, German, everything.
Obviously, the Czech, because that's where Czech Republic. That's where he's from. Bag of things.
Yeah, there you go. And that's what I'm trying to say, bro. And that's the difference between Man United and these other things. They think that, we're changing up the we're changing up the fucking structure of the club, so we're going in the right direction. No. You're already telling me that your mind's in the wrong place, yeah, because there was no strategy. It seems like this was just a knee-jerk reaction, or everyone else is doing it, but you never thought it through. It's not that everyone else is doing it. Look at how they're doing it.
Literally.
And pick the best one. You know them ones. You're the biggest club in the world. I can't give you a pat on the back for finally fucking catching up to what everyone else was doing 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
You don't get ratings for that. But if you're going to do it properly. Man City knew they wanted to do it, and they went and got the Barcelona man. Why? Because Barcelona were the most successful team. So they got the Barca man and they got the Barca manager.
Yeah. Czech.
And
French,
we're bringing in Darren Fletcher.
Czech, French, German, English, Spanish. Imagine.
Fuck these, man. You know them. So when man are saying give them a chance, I ain't giving them a chance, bro. Because I don't need to wait and see something go wrong before I know it's not going to work, fam. No, I don't need to wait. It's guaranteed not going to work. The man don't need to wait. You can see it. There's no direction, bro. I don't need to wait 3-4 years, because They've not brought no one new into the club except for Fletcher. Everyone else has been at the club for the last 4 or 5 years. And what have we done in that time? Fuck all. So why is it going to change now just because you change man's job title? We're not winning things, bro. We haven't won nothing really. We've won 2 trophies in the last 7 years or something like that. That's not going to change because you gave man a new badge, blood.
Yeah.
New job title. You're still going to be kissing Ed Woodward's ass, bruv.
That's the problem as well. There's, you know, they're saying in a room full of people, you need a bit of conflict. You need a little bit of disagreement, different ideologies of how to see the game. Different ideas bring the best solution. When you start have people that are all singing from the same tune, oh, I used to work under you back in the day, and yeah, oh, I remember you, yeah.
All of the same thinking, man.
Yeah, it's too much nice.
Everyone, yeah, no one wants to make anybody look bad or step on each other's toes when, you know, everybody should be on all of that stuff with the premises, not of my serving my own ego, but making Man United or whatever club being the best it can be and being the envy of the whole footballing world. And that's not
and
it.
it should be. Everyone should be looking at us as the example to follow in world football, but everyone's laughing at us. We're getting direct.
You man are like kind of like over America, you know.
Bro, we've got directors of football coming out laughing at us, bro.
You man might actually be the America.
Bro, we've got DOFs coming out saying, yo, I'd love to work at Man United, but they're fucking shambles. They don't know that they need me.
Fucking hell.
Man are meant to be looking at us here and saying, yo, this is the example. Look at how well they're run. Everyone looks at Bayern Munich. They never pay over the odds for anyone. Why do they always have world-class players here, but they don't spend no money on them?
You have a model.
Because they got a proper model, fam. How come there's no Bayern Munich tax, but there's Man United tax? It's because Bayern Munich ain't got idiots dealing with the team.
Literally.
That's just all. Now I'm saying, when's the last time Man United have signed a player, yeah? Halfway through the season and we can get excited and know they're coming. Chelsea have Pulisic wrapped up, fucking Ziyech wrapped up, and that in the middle of the season, man knew they were coming. But Man United can't get deals done, bro. We have to wait till deadline day, blood. At fucking 11:59, blood. Nah, bro, the club's a joke. Club's a fucking joke, blood. And man want me to jump up and down, yeah, and get gassed over dumb things, bro. Like, this is normal shit that we should be patterning, bro, that we can't even pattern, bro. We're a joke. Anyone taking these men seriously, bro, they don't know ball, blood.
For me, my final thoughts on it would be that if my team were appointing a technical director, they'd need to be either a legend of the game. I'm talking a legend of the game who could speak multiple languages, that have played for multiple teams or played in multiple leagues and whatnot, and have the knowledge there. But they're a rookie in their role with no experience. Or they need to be experienced, and you can go and do a quick Google search on them, see their previous clubs, see who they've signed, see what squads they've assembled, and there should be some evidence to back up what you're doing. To be like, okay, he did it at Lille. If I'm referring to Campos, that a few people have now said in the comments, he did it at Lille, he done it here, he done it there, done it at Monaco. You know, that's all him again. Campos is one of them ones that you look at that Monaco team, everybody, that's him. So you could already start giving
that Monaco team was fucking fake, bruv.
Yeah, it was fake, yeah. But he still got them to the semis. But I mean, you got Mbappe, you got Bernardo Silva. I think half of it was a fake team. But yeah, it's things like that where you can at least say there's on record. What do you have for Darren Fletcher to say? Oh, he did this, he did that. You have nothing. Absolutely nothing.
There you go. And like my man said, Bayern scout Canada, bruv. They obviously got Owen Huggies, they got Alphonso Davies and all these other things. Like, bruv, it's some joke thing, bruv. United on some joke thing, bro. Know what I'm saying? Big up everyone inside. Smash up the like button. Obviously, it's match day today. AC Milan. You know what I mean? The battle of the fallen giants today.
I'm looking forward to that.
So yeah, match preview at 5 o'clock. I'll see you, man, there. I think the team news comes out at 4:55 and that. So I'll be live at 5. Know what I mean? To do that. I mean, it's solid. What you, man, got on today? Are you lot playing today, Deluded?
Yeah, man, we got Olympiacos, so I'll be doing a watch along for that and reaction for that. So yeah, hopefully we can win. And then obviously Sunday's the big North London one, so it's an important week for us.
Yeah, I forgot, blood. Oh man,
shook.
You man need to take some points off Spurs, blood, because
but these men are about spineless, man.
Just only as soon as you got them coming now, Bale's back, you know.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, bro. He's hit some form now. You know what I'm saying?
That front three against your defense.
All of them hate us as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
Calm it down, Matisse, because when we bucked you, you know what happened, innit? I can't let all the London clubs kind of laugh at, man. I have to just...
Yeah, I mean, even West Ham. I was chatting to a West Ham fan the other day. I said, man, are you going to be trying to stay ahead of Arsenal on a consecutive basis?
Aye, man, they need to do us a favor next week, man. I can't even lie. They need Moyes, do us a favor, broski.
That's what I'm saying. So big up everyone. Make sure you follow the man. Them, you already know what it is. Slap the like. Know what I mean? And I'll see you, man, back here.